Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give you a big warm welcome here this evening. I'd like to thank you for your time. We're excited to be here with you, and I'd first like to start by thanking the people who introduced me to Manitech, which is somebody at a dinner party some 20 years ago, and really that dinner party changed the course of my life, and I'm very grateful. I'm also very grateful to the corporate team for making this series and this ability to come to you in this format available to us. We're really proud to be here, as you heard me speaking. We're part of a greater leadership team from Australasia and around the globe, and we put our hand up to make sure this important message can be easily reached in a virtual way right from the comfort of your home. Now, one thing, this may sound a bit corny, but it's true, and it's really important to me. Just imagine what it would feel like to put your heart and soul into the world and have it touch off a movement or a revolution. It's a revolution that inspires people to change their own world, and for tonight it's in the area of fat loss, while at the same time changing the world. And we'll be talking about a revolutionary social entrepreneurship program, which is a part of our company. Tonight, what you're going to be able to hear in this short time is only going to be a snapshot of a very vibrant company and groundbreaking technology. It's probably going to leave you wanting more, so make sure you get back to the person who invited you here tonight to investigate further. And as I mentioned earlier, we actually don't have time in this format to answer questions, but just jot them down as you go along and make sure you get back to the person who invited you. So tonight it's my great pleasure to introduce Diana Hunter. Diana Hunter is an executive director with Manitech, which means she's helped lots of people with our technology and with partnering with the company. It's such a great company to partner with. She has pursued a passionate interest in complementary health for over 30 years. Initially, it was driven by her own health challenges, and then by her genuine desire to assist others in maintaining their good health in a natural way. Diana holds an associate diploma in allied health and a certificate in basic nutrition and health. She has assisted hundreds of people with their wellness goals through utilizing the Manitech Real Food nutritional products. And I know she's my go-to gal for any of my questions. Diana, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you, Sharon, and thank you for that very kind introduction. And welcome, everyone. I'm really excited to be here with you. I love what the True Health brings into people's lives, because it's not only about trimming down, but it's also about improving your baseline health, your general well-being, and that's something I love supporting people with. Of course, True Health, well, everything starts with your why, really. Everyone has a personal reason why they want to trim down. Some people want to get their summer body ready at that time of year. I know many older people who want to get back down on the floor and play with their grandchildren, like a young one again. Perhaps they're wanting to wear that special outfit for a wedding or other special occasion. A lot of people these days want to reclaim their youthful body, and I know I've got my hand up for that. And some people are simply motivated by improving their health. But my experience is it's important to know why you want to trim down. Now, what's your motivation? Just think about that for a moment. When you reach your ideal size, whatever that might be, what's that going to give you that you don't have now? So previous education in fat loss has been all about losing weight. Now, how many kilograms did you lose or have you lost? But that's not relevant to how much fat you actually trimmed off your body. And we don't want to lose bone and muscle weight, do we? Muscle and bone are the most nutritious tissues in your body. So your body's going to cannibalize bone and muscle. I know it's not a nice thought, but that's what it does. Before fat, it will cannibalize it as well as fat if you don't have enough nutrition on board within your body. In the True Health system, we focus on fat loss, keeping your bone and muscle, and trimming the fat. And we do this through a unique delivery of nutrition to the body. So more about that in a moment. So the new science of fat loss is actually about body composition, not body mass index, but body composition index. And you can see here these two figures to the far left. They weigh the same, but their body composition is completely different. Their lean to fat ratio is different. On the right is your traditional, overweight, possible couch potato, and on the left is traditional muscle man. So body mass index is now old science, and it doesn't reflect the truth about your health or your weight. Body composition, on the other hand, it takes into account the full picture. It looks at your muscle, fat, your bone, and your water mass, and it gives us an accurate view of where we stand in regard to our lean to fat. So BCI, or body composition, is now understood to be the true measure to follow our progress. Now, have you ever got on the scales and wanted to jump straight back off again? Or felt disappointed about what you saw? Now, using the scales is now an outmoded measurement in the science of fat loss. In the True Health system, we get rid of the scales and we embrace the tape measure. We focus on your size changes, not your weight. So as you drop fat and you're keeping your muscle, the tape measure and also how your clothes are fitting, that is the true reading of your progress and your improving body composition. You can get what's called a DEXA, D-E-X-A scan at a radiologist, but of course that's more complex, there's more money involved. Some people do choose to do that, and that's going to give you a scientifically based, inside view of what's going on in your body. At the same time, the tape measure is simple and easy for everyone and gives you clear indication of your progress. All right, I find this slide a bit of an eye-opener and even a bit confronting. It's all about visceral fat. So that's the fat around your internal organs, the fat that's held around your heart, which you can see in this picture, your pancreas, your liver. Now, extra fat around your organs can happen in both overweight and slim people. So all of our organs have some healthy fat. You can see that in the heart here. But fat-engorged organs, like the heart picture to the right, they struggle to function. And this is one of the reasons why excess fat, it predisposes us to a whole range of health problems. Your level of visceral fat is an indicator of your risk of disease. And unfortunately, my own mother's story is a prime example. She had visceral fat around her heart, her kidneys. She had a quadruple bypass. She's got a stent in her kidneys. And she now has vascular dementia. So that's where the fat has built up in the blood vessels, and it restricts the blood flow to the brain. It's a common form of dementia. We're often hearing about Alzheimer's now, which is actually lesions in the brain. This is the other equally prevalent dementia where it's a restriction of blood flow to the brain. So we don't want that happening, do we? So the good news is if we target fat loss and keep our lean, you can actually reduce and turn around the visceral fat load within your body and improve your health. I think that's great news, and we've seen that happen with people on the True Health program. And of course, that's the focus of our True Health fat loss system. Have you ever been on a diet, only to put it all back on again? It's a common experience. Low calorie, low fat, starvation programs, they actually mess up our fat metabolism. So just by way of example, say you lost 10 kilos. What the body does, it will lose 5 of that kilo as fat, that's the good news, and 5 kilo of muscle and or bone, and that's the bad news. So the muscle loss means when you lose your muscle, you actually reduce your metabolic rate and your ability to burn fat. So it's a bit of a negative cycle. And then if you put the weight back on, which is common, you're likely to put all of that 10 kilo back on as fat. And that reduces the metabolism further, and it's harder the next time to lose the fat. So it's a vicious cycle, and it leads to yo-yo dieting, losing weight, putting it back on, harder the next time, etc. I'm sure if you haven't experienced that, you know of someone who has. Now, when my mum had heart surgery, she said to me, I don't understand, I've always eaten low fat. I'll have to tell you my heart sank because I knew she'd been misinformed. She'd followed the dietary advice of her day. It wasn't her fault. People in her day were recommended, even by governments, to eat low fat. Now, this has now been debunked. There's massive false education in the weight loss industry, and I get so upset when I see the adverts for the Biggest Loser program because they're focusing on weight. In fact, I've seen people work so hard for a week on the very few times I've dipped in there, get on the scales and their weight's increased because their muscle has increased and they've been off the show and shamed for not having the progress. It's just a lie. So the advice is often old science, calorie-restricted diets, focusing on measuring weight, offering quick fixes. The truth is there's no quick fix. And the True Health fat loss system, it's based on modern science. You know, it offers a sustainable, effective result and one that's long-term, so, you know, that people can keep the fat off for the long term. So have you ever tried a meal replacement? Again, they're common in fat loss systems, and they are a great idea. But many of them are way below standard. They contain high sugar, synthetic ingredients. They're not low glycemic. So really, it's buyer beware. And not all meal replacements are equal. In fact, not all of them are actually healthy. It pays to be a little informed about what you're actually putting in your body. So the smart choice is a system that offers quality ingredients that are sourced from food, that's based in up-to-date science, a program that offers education and ongoing support, because that really also, we found, is really helpful to people's outcomes. And also one that is positioned to be sustainable for the long term for people. Now, a big key to health in general and also to fat loss is eating what's known as low glycemic. Now, this means eating foods that keep your blood sugar on an even keel. And this helps your body to stay in the fat-burning zone. So if you eat a high glycemic food, it spikes your blood sugar and it causes your body to store fat. If you eat low GI foods, it helps the body to stay lean. And sometimes that means swapping one food for another. It's simple, and we do give you guidance, and this slide just offers a couple of examples. Watermelon, for example, is very high GI, and you can swap that for more of a fibrous fruit like pears or apples or even stone fruit. Potatoes are very mushy, white carbs, quickly into the bloodstream, very high GI. You can swap them out for a more fibrous potato, and so it goes with rice. There are some species of low GI white rice now, but you really need to look for those. Most of them are extremely high GI, and they can be swapped for a glycemic level. My experience is that some form of regular activity does make a difference in a fat loss system, but it doesn't have to be a full-on exercise program. Everyone has a different starting place. The message is just get moving in some way and gradually increase it, and it will make a difference to your success. Sometimes I find that people, when they get started on True Health, after a while they're feeling better, and then they naturally want to start to do more activity. It becomes a natural positive snowball in terms of the level of activity that they're able to participate in. And on that note, it's time to share some success stories of our True Health fat loss system, and this is Manatech Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Al Bala. Now, he jumped on board with our new program in January last year, January 2016, when products were launched in the US. And you can see here his results over a 6-month period. It's quite extraordinary. He really jumped in and embraced all of the aspects of the program, the nutritional supplements, activity, and eating low GI. Now, do you think he's happy with these results? You know, I've seen him regularly on Facebook, and you can see the excitement in his posts and the joy on his face as he's had increasing success. You can only imagine the lifestyle improvements that's brought for him. Here's some more results from some ladies in our community. This is Nick Stiles. She's part of our community on the left here in 90 days. The results, picture speaks 1,000 words as usual. In 90 days, you can see the progress there. The men are having fantastic results with our program. You're going to hear a story of one of those shortly. And you can see here on the right Sharon, who is our host for this evening. Now, I'm sure Sharon won't mind me sharing that she has had some weight loss resistance from an underlying health situation. And these results in 10 weeks have been extraordinary for her, because up until now, up until the True Health system, she wasn't able to shed the fat to the best of her effort. So you can see how delighted she must be with that change. Now, on the left here is another gentleman from our community, Brian. And you can see, Brian tells the story that, you can see that picture on the left, he didn't think he was overweight. It's interesting self-perception, isn't it? And I'm going to take this moment to now welcome another one of my guests, Deb Dwyer. Over to you, Deb, if you can share John Robinson's results.
Yeah, sure. John's my brother, or brother from another mother. He's been involved with my family since I was a child, and he actually is my sister's partner now, so he's given me permission to tell his story, which is really good. John's marriage broke up and his mother was dying of cancer at the same time, and he had to actually give up work to care for his mum. So through stress, not working, all those sort of pressures, he wasn't eating well, and he put on a lot of weight, very much like Brian in that picture. The thing is, John's 6'2", and whereas Brian's a bit shorter than that, John was carrying a lot of excess weight. So I talked him to going on to the program because he was working away and thought he actually only ended up doing the program for 9 weeks. And at the same time, he managed to get full-time work. So the only exercise he was doing was he actually went back to a full-time job. Now, in those 9 weeks, he had fantastic results because he was very strict with the program. He said, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. He lost 20 centimetres off his chest. He lost 14 centimetres off his waist, and he lost 6 centimetres off his hips and about 2 centimetres off his neck. And he was so stunned, and I know you've seen the photos, Diane, and it was such an amazing turnaround for him. But he said even his energy levels, going back to full-time work at 57 after having basically nearly 3 years off work, looking after his mum and so forth while she passed, it was amazing for him. So he loves the products and he's forever sharing them.
Thanks, Deb. I love hearing the results both on a physical level, but in terms of what it's delivered into someone's life. You know, they've been able to go and participate in a greater way. That really inspires me, and I'm sure it has the people who've joined our webinar. So thanks so much, Deb.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now you'll see this is a husband and wife couple, Daryl and Sharon Williams. They committed again to the program. They brought the products in from the US when they were launched last year because they didn't want to wait. And I've invited Sharon Williams on the call tonight to share her story, her journey on the True Health program. Are you there, Sharon?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Lovely. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Daryl and I have been on diets off and on for years. And we, like you mentioned, we'd lost weight, then we put it back on again and more. And this True Health program really is different. Our son Jonathan, that lives in the house at the moment as well, is on it. In the first 90 days, I lost 11.5 kilos and went down 2 pants sizes. But the difference in the body shape was really quite substantial. That's what we really noticed. It seemed like what we looked like when we lost the weight in the 90 days looked much more than that. And then totally I've lost just over 20 kilos and Daryl's lost over 25 kilos. He's actually lost 30 centimetres off his stomach. I've come down 4 pant sizes altogether, and Daryl's gone from 3XL to L. Now, both of us, we haven't been like this for so many years I can't even remember. And what we've noticed is the body composition and, like I mentioned, our body shape changing. Just, I've always had a big bum, big thighs, and we've really noticed that, you know, like usually even if when I did maybe wear some slightly smaller size trousers, that I filled them out completely. Now the pants that I wear are actually loose, and all of our clothes are just got baggier and baggier, one size after another, so it's been quite exciting. And Daryl has had bioscans, so he's been able to actually see that of his 25 kilos of loss on the scales, he's actually lost 25 kilos of fat, and that is amazing. And of my 20 kilos, I've lost 17 kilos of fat. It could be different, just different individuals, plus I'm a female, he's a male, but also too, he started at the gym a couple of months ago where I've only just recently started. If I have any advice to anyone is to start that daily movement as soon as you can. It doesn't have to be hard, just one thing a day. And also too, I've noticed we went and got blood tests just so that we could measure our health biomarkers, and I've had significant improvement in blood pressure, homocysteine levels, cholesterol and thyroid. So it affected our wellness as well. Just briefly, I just want to quickly, I know you're going to go through the whole program, so I won't take your thunder, but we did do a jumpstart cleanse for 3 days when we first started, and we do go on the meal replacements twice a day, and like you mentioned, we really are quite strict about the low glycemic foods, and with that main meal that we have a day, and also healthy snacks being low glycemic. And then we also incorporate good fats into our diet, like you mentioned again. One thing that we do have every day is some coconut oil, either in our cooking or use it as a salad dressing. And we stick to the program completely, the full two meal replacements a day, two Replenish, and the cleanse day with the 4 slim sticks and the True Shake daily and the daily movement. So we are just so stoked with this. We just amaze ourselves every day at how well we've done with this program. It truly is just better than anything that we've ever seen. We are really so excited for Manatech and for the people that want to start on this program. You really will just have great belief, because this is really an amazing program, and the nutrition that is in these products, that's what I think helps as well as the fat loss components. So thanks, Diana.
Excellent, Sharon, and congratulations. Thank
you.
Bumped into Daryl and Sharon a few weeks ago, and you both look fantastic. Your results looked even better than what we can see on the slide here, I thought.
Yeah.
I'm sure your stories encouraged people on the webinar tonight, so thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, that's what we hope so.
Lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
And now we're going to hear from Carissa.
Hello.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on. I know you have a fairly busy family life in the background. Carissa, can you share some of yours and your father Michael's stories pictured here on the webinar?
Yeah, no worries. Well, I know Melissa through work, and she was telling me about these great products, and I was like really unhealthy. I didn't exercise. I just used to go to work, come home and look after my children. They're pretty high maintenance, they're ADHD. So I said that I'd give it a go. And within the first 5 days of being on True Health, I noticed some improvements, but like the medical conditions I had were high blood pressure, I was pre-diabetic, I've got ADHD, skin condition, which results in painful cysts all over my body. And the doctors said to me that some weight loss would help with that, but it would never go away, plus a whole list of other things. So within the first week, I lost probably about 4.5, 5 kilos. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. So that improved my mental state of mind as well. So I started walking every day. On the True Health program, I noticed that I had more energy. I just wanted to do things. I didn't play with my kids before. I started playing with my children. So I go walking every day. My self-confidence is just through the roof. It's incredible. I feel so much better. I no longer have high blood pressure. I was on stacks of medications, and I'm pretty much off all my medications now. So, yeah, I love the products. I feel really good, and I had no idea what it was to eat like a healthy, diet. So just the support and the knowledge you get about food being on the program is just incredible.
Carissa, thank you. And I mean, your story is so heartwarming to me to hear. Not only, as I've said before, the trimming the fat, but the health improvements and the lifestyle improvements. Just to get back playing with your family, that's huge, huge.
Well, I didn't realise how fat I was, to tell you the truth. And it's just that my dad was 189 kilos. He had emphysema. They said that he probably wouldn't be here at Christmas. So we thought it'd be fun to try and do something together, and I just made like a big game out of it so that he didn't get upset with me saying, I think you're fat. But, yeah, I was really concerned. And, yeah, there were days that it was really hard, but just to see that Dad was making a massive improvement and his breathing was better. Like, he couldn't even walk to the mailbox. He hadn't been outside for 10 years. We started walking together. I mean, the whole time my dad was on the program, he couldn't do much exercise. So he just started with push-ups on the sink. So once I seen the weight start falling off him, I just kept pushing myself no matter how hard it got, because I knew what it was doing for Dad. And Dad is so much better now. He's now down to 146.5 now, so that's a big difference from 189.
It sure is, and I bet you his body composition is quite different, because the weight isn't always an indication of how much of that is muscle now. So
yeah, he's just so excited that he can wear clothes.
Yeah. Well, it's life-saving in his regard, isn't it?
Yes.
So that story touches my heart so deeply, and I'm sure it does the people listening. So, Carissa, thank you so much for taking the time to come and share both yours and your father's story.
That's okay. Thank you for having me.
So, ladies and gentlemen, bottom line is the True Health System gets results, and you've seen some of those results on the slides this evening. So here's a little about the nutritional components of the system. There are 3 nutritional products within the True Health Fat Loss System, and one of them is pictured here. It's the True Plenish Meal Replacement Shake. Now, it truly stands apart as a quality full meal replacement. It ticks all the boxes. And one clue lies in its success lies in the 20 grams of quality plant protein inside. So that's rice and pea protein. Now, a lot of meal replacement shakes are around 15 grams of protein. This is 20 grams. So there's a lot of protein support for muscle maintenance. That's combined with plant-based nutrients, minerals, probiotics for digestive support. It's gluten and dairy-free, so it's a low allergen shake. And it's also suitable for all dietary choices, including our vegan friends. True Plenish, it's useful for a whole range of personal lifestyles, not just fat loss. It's an excellent, nourishing meal for people on the go. People working busy days are using the shake as a healthy lunch or breakfast and are finding it a great way to get their daily nutrition. And I've got a close girlfriend. She's a busy community nurse, so she's travelling all over the coast in her car. And she finds the True Plenish is a satisfying meal replacement for breakfast, that gets her through the busy schedule. It's also a perfect complement for people's exercise and workout program. I have some customers using it for that purpose. It's great for children as a tasty, nourishing meal, and parents can be reassured. And we also have people in our community making healthy protein snacks out of the True Plenish, and they're jumping off the plate really quickly. It's also wonderful for our older generation. I have a customer who's 86 years old, and he rang me recently. He said, I'm just not eating, I'm not hungry, I'm feeling a lack of energy. So I said, I think we'll get you started on this True Plenish shake and see how you go. And within a week, I spoke with him, and he said he was feeling noticeably better. So many applications for the True Plenish shake in addition to our fat loss program. The second component of the system is our True Shake capsule. Now, this is designed to boost your metabolism in a healthy way. It's not a stimulant. It's a natural thermogenic, and it assists your body to convert fat to energy, or that's commonly termed burning fat, but you're actually converting the fat into energy. It's a real key to supporting your metabolic rate. The third component is the True Pure Cleanse Slim Sticks. These are slim sticks that contain plant ingredients that support our body in cleansing the toxins from the cells. It's a real key to fat loss. Toxins are stored at a cellular level, and our body needs a way to detoxify that to be able to be safe to drop the fat cells. So when you're dropping fat cells, those toxins are liberated. The body's got to have a way of eliminating those toxins. This is the purpose of the True Pure, to cleanse and purify. It's a tasty lemon lime flavour sachet. You just add it in water, and it really is the foundation for moving those toxins and keeping you in the fat-burning zone. True Health Program, it's essentially about choosing wellness as a lifestyle. And there are so many challenges to our health these days. We've got genetically modified foods, processed foods, all kinds of additives going into our food supply. So it's simply smart to make sure you're educated and using the best nutritional technologies to take care of your own and your family's health. This section is just by way of a quick general education on health. And malnutrition is now a global epidemic. You know, we're all familiar with classic form of malnutrition. You can see this little child here on the left, and that is tragic. But our modern Western diet is now also tragic. It's calorie-rich but nutrient-poor, and it's leading to obesity and fatigue and early aging. And there's also estimates that our Western population as a whole is grossly malnourished as they're eating high-calorie food that's depleted in nutritional content. Maintaining wellness in our modern era, it requires a multifaceted approach. You can see, some of the concepts here: balanced spirituality, healthy relationships, some form of activity, even utilizing Western medicine in a balanced way. But good nutrition needs to be at the core. Our bodies are made up of 100% nutrition. That's the makeup of us. And we need those nutrient building blocks to maintain our health. And of course, when you achieve your ideal size through the True Health Program, you can then transition to a maintenance program, one that offers deep core nourishment and help you maintain your new lean body, your energy levels, your immune system, and your general health. Again, being well nourished at that cellular level, it's the key to fat loss and your health. And Manatech offer a whole range of products, some of them are pictured here, that are giving us the nutrients that science has proven are vital to have in your body on a daily basis to thrive and maintain your health. And that's how I was introduced in the beginning, was just for general health. We find that when people experience the benefit of the products, they naturally want other people to know about them. Most people also love knowing that we have an inbuilt system of contribution to children all over the world. Every time they order, you're also providing nutrition to a child. Everyone gets the option to actively share with others if you want to and generate some income into the household budget. So you can either simply be a customer and enjoy the products, or you can be an associate with a company and actively share Manatech with others and generate an income. It's totally up to you. So here's your options for getting started on the True Health. Now, for those wanting to address their situation on a fast track, and you've heard a couple of examples of those tonight, we have our premium True Health pack, and that includes the True Plenish for 2 meals a day. Of course, the True Shake capsules and the True Pure Slim Sticks. Now, that pack is $320 a month, including the 2 meals a day. I'll just highlight here, we have a price discount coming up for our customers from July 1st. So that the prices you can see here tonight are those prices starting from July 1st. Then we have our True Health Maintenance Bundle for $210 a month. It's a month's supply of 1 meal a day, plus the True Pure Slim Sticks and the True Shake capsules. And for people electing to use the True Plenish Shake alone, seen some of the benefits just as a daily quality protein-rich, nourishing meal. That works out $138 a month with one meal a day, so it's around $4.60 per meal. Now, where are you going to get a quality protein meal full of nutrition that you can feel confident in for that, for $4.60? Good luck with that, I would say. Our True Health system also offers ongoing support and guidance to success with your goals. So make sure you get connected and on board with the support program. As I said earlier, it really is a key to staying on track for your success, some level of support. Many people don't realise we have a 90-day money-back guarantee on all of the Mannatech products, any of the Mannatech products. So if you're not happy in 3 months, let us know and you are backed by that satisfaction guarantee. Our company has a giving heart, and I've mentioned it already, and it's important to me. We have a nutritional care program that provides nutritional supplement to malnourished children around the world. And of course, this picture speaks 1,000 words. This is Aura, and this is her before and after pictures. Before, you can see her as a young malnourished child with her hair falling out and underweight. And 6 months later, after having nutrition added to her food, her daily food, you can see the rejuvenation of her life and the quality of her life and how much better that must be. You know, really heartwarming to be connected to that kind of care to the children in our world. And also we have a loyalty program, and it offers everyone between 10 and 20% credits on your purchases for your commitment to having regular monthly orders. And every month that you order, you're also providing nutrition to a child like Aura. So here we are at the last slide, and at this point, you know, I'd like to say we look forward to celebrating your success. We love being with you and the journey to your results. So jump on board, get back to the person who invited you to the webinar, get started if you're not already. There are thousands of people who've experienced the benefits of Mannatech Science over the last 22 years or so. And people can feel the difference. So you'll be glad you made the choice for a healthier and slimmer you. And we look forward to having you join us. And with that, I'll hand back to Sharon.
Diana, thank you so much. That was spectacular, as always. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, there's no better time to get started in blessing your health and the health. Again, as we said, please don't keep it to yourself. Everybody needs to know about this life-changing information and the opportunity to change their lean-to-fat ratio, and therefore not only just with the True Health system improving your wellness, but then as that lean-to-fat ratio goal is reached, then including some of the other nutrients for long-term longevity. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We're back in a fortnight. Invite your friends, and we'll look forward to hearing you again. Have a great night.